Hello everyone, it's Sheila back with just a little tip to show anyone who may not know exactly how to place the buttons on a cardigan where you already have the buttonholes on and then showing how to match them with the buttons on the other side. So I'm going to show you how I place the buttons on this cardigan. Just a little video for anyone that may not know how to do this. This is a little tip just to show how I place the buttons on my cardigan so that they match up with the buttonholes. As you can see, I've pinned them level with the buttonholes, but I haven't just went by what it looks like. I've counted, that's the top buttonhole, and I've counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 knit stitches. So that is where it's going to be up the top, because I've put the little bit wool that was at the top there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's where the button one. The same with from this one. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's the buttonhole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's where the button's going to go. The same with the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's where the buttonhole. The same with this one here. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I put the pin in there where the buttonhole is going to be, and that is a little bit loose yarn. That was from where I joined a ball in, and that's come out in the exact place where that buttonhole, so I'll weave that in and bring that out, and that'll be one of the threads for the buttonhole. So that's how I place my buttons so they're even, but you must have the same number of stitches on both sides. I had 151 stitches here, and I made sure there was 151 stitches on the thing. So you have to work out to make sure you have this bit where your rib is exact. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 knit stitches in line with the rib here. So you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you must have exactly the same on each side of the rib as well. And it's the same with the top part. Otherwise, if you don't have the right number of stitches and you're counting where the buttonholes are to put the buttons, they won't come out in the right place. So that was just a little bit information for anyone who finds it difficult finding where to exactly to put the buttonhole so that they match the buttons, or the buttons so they match the buttonholes. I now have one button left to sew on, and I'm going to show you how I sew my buttons on, because believe it or not, some people may have just learned to knit, may not be sewers either, so don't know how to sew on a button to make sure that it stays on after 1 or 2 washes. So I have my needle thread, and I'm going to just put a little knot in the end. That's all you want, just a little knot in the end of the thread so it doesn't come through. And where I have the pin there, I'll blow this up so you can see a little bit better. I bring my needle up in the centre of preferably through a stitch, you know, in the middle of the wool, of the strands of wool. So that it doesn't come through when you pull it. And I can take the pin out. And then I put the needle in through a couple of strands. That, wrap the wool around the needle and do that again. That's to secure the wool that you're sewing it on with before you put the button on. And then I have the button here, so I'm going to put the needle through one of the buttonholes, secure it in place, and then go through that other buttonhole. You need to get it. It's a little bit awkward for me because I'm standing up doing this. I'm usually have it on my knee when I'm doing this. That's why the button's moving about a bit. Through. So that's once through the buttonhole. You go through another 2 more times. Sometimes it's hard to find the hole, but that's twice through. And a 3rd time. So you go through the buttonhole 3 times. And that makes a safe, secure button on your garment. Pull it through the other side. And then, like what you did at the start, wrap the wool, bring the wool through, wrap the wool around the needle. Do that twice. Again. And then cut that off. And there you have a secure button. And that's the way I have always sewn my buttons on, like that. That was the way my mother taught me. My mother was a tailoress, so she knew what she was talking about. And I have never ever, in all the years I've knitted my own cardigans and things, I've never ever had a button come loose, come off the actual garment. So for the finished effect, this is the whole button band, buttons on and everything done. As you can see, there's no lumps and bumps between the buttonholes. They're all in the exact place where they should be. So if you like that video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I may show you some other tricks and tips I have sometime. So bye for now.